Yeah, me too. I don't think we're changing students, so he should be all right for the duration.
Okay. So someone just
Yeah.
come on.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's your other computer. So what you got? You got 5 different Zooms going on at one time?
I have four. I got four. Hey, we operate for. All right, Mustafa, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. And so you it's like yeah, that's how I do class. So the it's locked.
Okay.
So you go to
Welcome into day 3 of pool play here at Caven Point in beautiful Jersey City, New Jersey. We have the Jersey City Regional Championship game on deck for you between Maroon and Silver and Bees Baseball. The winner advances to the knockout round. That'll be held on Tuesday, July 21st at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University. The loser, unfortunately, goes home as it's now win or go home for every single team still alive in this Last Dance tournament. First pitch was supposed to be about 1 o'clock. We will be a little delayed with that today due to the first game, the consolation game of Hudson Catholic and Union City Recreation running a little long. But don't worry, sit back, relax, watch infield, outfield from Maroon and Silver, and we'll be right back after this for the championship game of the Jersey City Pool Play Regional.
Hey, so on the stand. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Okay. Alright, just let me know what's going on. Or just tell them to email me something. Alright. Alright. So like, I did some polos. I dropped them off to the guy last week to do the embroidery.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking getting started yet. I'm like, yo, it's 27 shirts. Like, this is all my job. Then the guy that did my t-shirts, I'm like so cool. He ain't got never worry about me using him ever again. That's what he's going over Ruth.
I think they're doing a coin flip for who's home, who's away. I thought Maroon and Silver would be home because they're the higher seed.
It's like football.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know it's a championship, but Bees was the 3 seed and Maroon and Silver was the 1 seed. I just assumed it would be Maroon and Silver. All right, this doesn't matter. They're going to be the one they're at home. You good? We back? All right. Welcome back here to Caven Point in Jersey City, New Jersey. It is the Jersey City Pool Play Championship here between Maroon and Silver and Bees Baseball. Maroon and Silver with an easy stretch to this championship game. A 10-0 win in 5 innings over the Jersey City Rams on Tuesday, followed by an 11-1 win over the number 3 seed Union City Recreation, also in 5 innings. That game was on yesterday. As for Bees Baseball, they used an 8-run 7th inning on Tuesday to down the number 2 seed Memorial 9-3, and then they followed that up with a hot start yesterday to beat the number 1 seed Hudson Catholic 6-2. That brings us to this game. Winner goes home, or excuse me, loser goes home. Winner moves on to the round of 16 on Tuesday morning at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University. Last time these two teams met was in the 2019 Hudson County Championship game, won by Bayonne on walk-off fashion. On the mound today for Maroon and Silver will be Matt Moriera. This game is a part of the New Jersey High School Last Dance Tournament, a 222-team tournament that will be dwindled down just to 16 teams by tomorrow afternoon, the latest. As it looks about set like we are ready for baseball, you will see some rules adjustments. Teams are allowed to have unlimited defensive substitutions and are allowed to hit as many as 11 players in their lineup. There will be, I beg your pardon, there will be a home plate umpire today. For the previous two games, the home plate umpire was standing behind the mound, but it looks like that's going to change today. Just about set for baseball. The leadoff man for the Bees, Brian Cotter, steps in. Moriara ready on the mound. And the first pitch of our championship game, inside for a ball. Count starts at 1-0. Home to Cotter. In there for a called strike, count even to that 1-1. Count even on the Bees' leadoff hitter. 1-1 pitch laced towards first base. Oswald right there. He'll take it himself for the first out of this first inning. That'll bring up the lefty swinging Quincy Mitchell. One away here in the top of the first inning. The championship game of the Jersey City Pool Play Regional between Maroon and Silver and Bees Baseball. First pitch to Mitchell on the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. 0-1 breaking ball low. Good block there by the Maroon and Silver catcher Joey Vulo. Count even at 1-1. Very good crowd here on this Thursday afternoon here at Caven Point. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball doesn't break enough. Count moves to 2-1. Mitchell calls for time. I see a wait to 2-1. 2-1 offering home in there, called strike 3. Quickly 2 away here in the first. That'll bring up the Bees' third hitter in their lineup, Brian Baranak. Baranak threw in relief in the first game the Bees played in this tournament against Memorial. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Yo, 1 home. That ball is belted into left field. Malagna on the track. That's going to one bounce the wall and hop over the fence for a ground rule double from Brian Baranak. Two-out double from Baranak brings up the cleanup hitter Tyler Johnson. Bees looking to strike first here in the first. Two-way runner on second for Johnson. Ball was absolutely blasted by Baranak. He leads off second. Two-way here in the first. Moriera set. First pitch to Johnson. Breaking ball downstairs for a ball. Johnson calls time. He'll step out. The count at 1-0. Set once again. Baranak leads off second. Two away here in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. Count even at 1-1. The offering from the Maroon and Silver lefty. Swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. One, two to Johnson. Pitch downstairs for a ball. Good block there by Vulo. Baranak stays put at second. Count even at 2-2. Baranak off second. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Moriara looking, trying to get out of a mini jam. 2-2 home. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. So the ground rule double by Brian Baranock does no harm for Maroon and Silver. No score after the top of the first. Maroon and Silver coming to bat.
Ace up on the stew. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Welcome back here to Caven Point. Nothing doing in the top half of the first inning for the Bees. Now comes Maroon and Silver. Their leadoff hitter, the right fielder, C.J. Sorbonne. Sorbonne showed a lot of speed in the first two games of this regional. He squares, pulls back, pitch upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. Liam Doherty Burke on the mound for the Bees. Second pitch to Sorbonne in there for a called strike, count even at 1-1. Count even to Sorbonne, the 1-1 home. Swung on, hit on the ground to second. Cotter there, Fields fires to first to put away the leadoff man for Maroon and Silver. That'll bring up the warning issued to the Maroon and Silver dugout to stay on the first step. But that'll bring up the third baseman for Maroon and Silver, Ulysses Faraz. Showed off his skills in this pool play, mostly at third and at the plate. One away here in the bottom of the first. No score between Bees Baseball and Maroon and Silver. First pitch to Faraz in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Bees defense relatively straight up. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Count even at 1-1. Very nice crowd here on this Thursday afternoon at Caven Point. Winner moves on, loser goes home in this New Jersey Last Dance High School Baseball World Series. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside. Faraz now ahead in the count 2-1. Two-one offering home. Swung on and missed. Count now 2-2. One out here in the home half of the first. Doherty Burks 2-2 home. Upstairs, count full at 3-2.
Got like almost 60 people watching. That's definitely gonna do the job.
Count has run full on the maroon and silver third baseman. Doherty Burke steps off. No score here in the top of the first. Just underway. Excuse me, bottom of the first. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Doherty Burke now set. The payoff pitch. In there, called strike 3. Got him looking. That'll bring up the maroon and silver designated hitter, Ryan King. King, another one of these maroon and silver hitters who's really shown his abilities at the plate. Maroon and silver with 2 Mercy Rule victories en route to this championship game. The first pitch King sees. Breaking ball outside, count 1-0. One offering inside, count now 2-0. Doherty Burke now set his 2-0 offering. Inside again, count now 3-0. Maroon and silver looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Count 3-0 on Ryan King. Just low. So Maroon and Silver has their first base runner of the afternoon. That brings up the first baseman, Zach Oswald. Left-handed swinging Oswald did not play yesterday in Maroon and Silver's 11-1 win over Union City Recreation, but was in the lineup for Tuesday's 10-0 victory over the Jersey City Rams. Left fielder Tyler Johnson moving in, playing fairly deep out in left field for the left-handed swinging Oswald. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. No score between Maroon and Silver and Bees baseball. First pitch to Oswald, in there for a called strike. King leads off first. Doherty Burke working out of the stretch comes set. Pitch downstairs, count even at 1-1 to Zach Oswald. Pickoff play to first. King back in time. Nice play there by the first baseman to Miranda to keep that one from rolling to the fence. So we'll do it again at 1-1. King leads off first, 2 away here in the home half of the first inning. Doherty Burke set. 1-1, offering in there for a called strike. Count 1-2. Doherty looking to get out of this home half of the first, leaving King stranded at first. He's got a 1-2 count on Oswald. Pitch cut on. Cotter there on second, fires over to first, and that'll do it for the first inning. Middle of the Bees lineup due up in the second. We're still not at 0 after 1. We'll be right back right after this.
He's up there on the stew. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Welcome back here to Caven Point. We're set for the top of the second inning here between Maroon and Silver and Bees baseball. Matt Morera back on the mound. Allowed 1 hit in that top of the first. Ground rule double to Brian Baranach. It'll be the first baseman Carlos Miranda due up to get things started for the Bees. Left-hander ready. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Pitch upstairs. Count even at 1-1. 1-1 offering home, swung on and missed. Count now 1-2. Morera set. The left-hander deals. Breaking ball. Hit into left field. On his horse is Malagna. He won't get it. It rolls all the way to the fence and it'll rattle down. It's a leadoff double for Carlos Miranda. And the Bees are in business here to start the top of the second.
They don't got the hot bat.
Morera going to try to work out of trouble here again. He's got a runner on second, nobody out here in the second. As Julian Gonzalez, the Bees shortstop, calls time. Morera set. Pitch cut on and missed. Count 0-1. The 0-1 offering, caught on and missed again. Count now quickly 0-2. Miranda off second. Nobody out here in the top of the second. 0-2 pitch. Flared behind second base. Coming on is Serbone. He makes the play. Miranda retreats back to second. And there's one away here in the second. That'll bring up the designated hitter for the Bees, Isaiah Olmo. Maroon and silver with one away here in the second. Carlos Miranda still leads off second. Matt Morera looking to work out of trouble. Left on left matchup here. First pitch, hit on the ground to short. Fielded there by Hernandez. Throw across the diamond in time. Miranda stays put at second. So Maroon and silver buckles down and quickly has put two away after the leadoff double. That'll bring up the Bees catcher, Robert Geisler, looking to try to bring Miranda in from second. Two long doubles for the Bees so far in this game have yet to amount to anything. Morera set. First pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike, count 0-1.
Definitely want to follow one of this game. They all got bats.
Miranda off second. Morera set. 0-1 home, just outside, count even at 1-1. Count even at 1-1 to the Bees catcher. He steps out and calls for time. Maroon and silver left-hander working hard here in the second. Two consecutive outs after a long leadoff double. Pickoff play to second. Miranda back in time. Now we'll have a meeting on the mound between Vulo and Morera. Ready to resume play once again. 1-1 count on the Bees catcher. Two away here in the second, runner on second. 1-1 pitch is low, count now 2-1. Matt Morera set. The left-handers 2-1. Swung on, hit towards third. Faraz Fields fires across the diamond in time, and the leadoff double goes to waste for the Bees. We head to the home half of the second. Maroon and silver looking to get on the board here in the Jersey City Pool Play Championship game.
He's up on the stand. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Oh, from prep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got touched pretty good early.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really hit him. I mean, they put the ball in play, but those two doubles were loud.
All right, we're back up.
Back here at Caveland Point, Maroon and Silver looking for their first hit of the afternoon against B's right-hander Liam Doherty Burke. He worked around a 2-out walk in the first. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the Maroon and Silver lineup. Getting us started here in the bottom half of the second will be the Maroon and Silver center fielder Desmond Watkins. Maroon and Silver pitcher Matt Morera was able to work around a leadoff double in that top half of the second to keep things scoreless so far here in this Jersey City Pool Play Championship game. Winner moves on to the round of 16. Loser goes home. Doherty Burke set, and here we go in the bottom of the second. First pitch to the Maroon and Silver center fielder. Upstairs for a ball. Count starts at 1-0. One and 0 offering outside for a ball, so Watkins ahead in the count 2-0. B's defense, normal depth in the infield, very deep in the outfield. Respecting the power of the number 5 hitter for Maroon and Silver, his 2-0 pitch is skied in the air. Down the right field line, will it stay in play? It will, but the first baseman Miranda not able to make the play. So no count will go to 2-1. Count 2-1 on Watkins. Hit on a line to second. Gonzalez there. Fields fires for the first out at the bottom of the second inning. One away here in the second. The extra hitter Ryan Retzpinski now comes up for Maroon and Silver. Retzpinski belted a long triple in yesterday's 11-1 win over Union City Recreation. B's right-hander set. First pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch upstairs, count evens back at 1-1. B's defense still very deep in the outfield. A lot of room down the lines and out of the infield. One to Retzpinski, swing and a miss, count 1-2. Doherty Burke looking for the second out of this second inning. Heading the count 1-2. Pitch just outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Retspinski calls time. Count 2-2 on the maroon and silver extra hitter. One away here in the home half of the second inning. No score between the Bees and maroon and silver. 2-2 offering, breaking ball. Just misses the bottom of the zone. Count now runs full to 3-2. Doherty Burke stares in. And the payoff pitch. Hit in the air, deep down the line in left. It's a fair ball. No, excuse me, foul ball. Would have been a ground rule double. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Like I said, a lot of room down both lines for the maroon and silver extra hitter. Bees playing very deep in the outfield. An absolute rope off the bat of Retspinski, but just foul, so we'll do it again at 3-2. Payoff pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike 3. That'll bring up the maroon and silver shortstop, Roddy Hernandez.
Almost 70 views.
Doherty Burke looking for a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. First pitch upstairs for a ball, so he'll start behind in the count 1-0. One-0 pitch inside, so the count now moves to 2-0. Doherty Burke quickly got 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, then walked the third batter he faced. Looking to avoid that here in the second, but the count's already 2-0 on the maroon and silver shortstop. 2-0 pitch hit in the air. Back behind the plate and out of play, so the count moves to 2-1. Quality of your catcher is such an important aspect here when playing at Caven Point in the large backstop. A lot of room in foul territory. Something to keep an eye on going forward. 2-1 count on Hernandez. Swing and a miss, count now back to even at 2-2. Doherty Burke 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 bottom half of the second. Two home, cut on, fouled weakly. Back behind the mount, behind the plate. Well, they'll say it was a swing and a miss and a pass ball, so Hernandez will reach on an E2. Thought that one was fouled off, so maroon and silver gets an extra life here in the second. That'll bring up the catcher, Joey Vullo. Vullo's also showed his prowess at the plate in this tournament. Hernandez off first. Pickoff play to first. Gets away from the first baseman. Hernandez on his way to second. He makes a big turn around second. He's going to head to third. Throw into third will be cut off and not in time. Poor defense by the Bees could come back to haunt him here in this second inning. Hernandez able to reach on a drop third strike. Now on a throwing error from Doherty Burke, he's able to make his way around to third. Maroon and Silver looking to plate its first run of the afternoon and take a 1-0 lead here in the second. Bees will have a meeting on the mound. Just about ready to resume play here. So runner on third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. No count on Vulo. Liam Doherty-Burke trying to work out of a jam here in the second. His first pitch to the Maroon and Silver catcher. Belted up the middle. That's a base hit. And that's going to score the first run of the afternoon for Maroon and Silver thanks to an RBI single from their catcher, Joey Vulo. Poor defense comes back to haunt the Bees here in the second. Maroon and Silver looking to tack on as the second baseman, Jack O'Donnell, steps into the batter's box. Courtesy pinch runner Massimo Mihan Infante comes in for Vulo. First pitch to O'Donnell. In there for a called strike, count 0-1. One nothing Maroon and Silver here in the bottom of the second. Two-way runner on first. Doherty steps off. No throw, so Infante Mihan back safely. Pitch to O'Donnell. Check swing. Runner goes off second. Throw is in time. Infante Mihan caught stealing to end the home half of the second. Not before Maroon and Silver is able to get on the board. They lead 1-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. We'll be right back right after this.
He's up there. Understood. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here at Caven Point, Matt Morera pitching with a lead here in the top of the third. Maroon and Silver able to use some spotty Bees defense to get the first run of the game across home plate. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Bees here in the top of the third. Morera set. First pitch upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. Little bit of breeze here at Caven Point. going from right to left. Breaking ball in there, called strike, count even at 1-1. Other than that, we've had a picture-perfect 3 straight days for baseball here at Caven Point. Morera working quickly, breaking ball way upstairs. Count 2-1. Once again, winner of this Jersey City Pool Play Championship moves on. Loser goes home. Winner will play at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University on Tuesday morning. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. Count now 2-2. Time is called by the Bees right fielder Nick Valencia. He awaits a 2-2 pitch. Just upstairs. Count now runs full to 3-2. Maroon and Silver catcher Joey Vullo is ready to fire that ball around the infield. Count now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out here of the third, as the Bees turn their lineup over to the leadoff man Brian Cotter. He grounded out weakly to first base to get this game started. First pitch to Cotter, he swings and misses. Count will start at 0-1. Oh, and 1 is just outside. Count even at 1-1. One skied. Back behind the first base dugout, out of play foul, so the count now will move to 1-2. One and two. Cut on hit the second. O'Donnell Fields fires to first for the second out of the third inning. That'll bring up the center fielder Quincy Mitchell. He struck out looking back in the first inning. As Morera looks for his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Trying to get Maroon and Silver back in the dugout. See if they can add to their 1-0 lead. Still has 1 out to get. First pitch outside, count 1-0. One-0 breaking ball in there for a call strike. Count evens at 1-1. One pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Count now moves to 1-2. Morera working quickly and efficiently here in the third. He's 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 top half of the inning. Can he get it? Mitchell calls time. Mitchell calls time again. And now we'll have a meeting on the mound between Vullo and Morera. Set 1-2 bounce, so count now evens at 2-2. 1-2 breaking ball, weakly hit to first base. Oswald Fields flips over to Morera. He beats the runner in time at first, and it's a 1-2-3 top half of the third inning for Matt Morera. Maroon and Silver looking to add to their 1-0 lead in the bottom half right after this.
Ace up top on the stand. Took the win, defeating Matthew Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here for the home half of the third, Maroon and Silver holding a 1-0 lead over Bees baseball because of the caught stealing to end the bottom half of the second. Jack O'Donnell will lead things off again here in the third. Liam Doherty-Burke still on the mound for the Bees. Spotty defense cost him in the second, which led to the first run of the game for Maroon and Silver. A throwing error allowed Roddy Hernandez to get to third after he reached on a drop third strike. And then an RBI single from the Maroon and Silver catcher Joey Vullo got his team on the board. It'll be 9, 10, and 1 in the Maroon and Silver order to get us started. O'Donnell steps in, Doherty-Burke on the mound. We're ready for baseball once again. First pitch to O'Donnell inside. Count starts at 1-0. Looks like some stirring in the Bees bullpen. Looks like it's Richard Borowski. 1-0 to O'Donnell, cut on and missed. Count even at 1-1. One pitch to the Maroon and Silver second baseman. Fouled back to the screen. Count moves to 1-2. O'Donnell digs in. Count 1-2 on the Maroon and Silver second baseman. Doherty looking for the first out here of this third inning. Breaking ball bounces in the dirt. Count even at 2-2. Doherty-Burke set. 2-2 home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. O'Donnell goes down swinging for the first out here of this third inning. I'll bring up the left fielder, Max Malagna. First pitch bounces in the dirt. So the Maroon and Silver left fielder will start with a 1-0 count. Doherty-Burke has been very efficient and working quickly in his 2 1/3 innings so far. But Maroon and Silver leads 1-0, one away here in the bottom half of the third. 1-0 pitch outside, but a swing and a miss evens the count at 1-1. One home on the outside corner once again, but a swing and a miss moves the count to 1-2. Doherty Burks 1-2 home. Caught on and missed once again on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Doherty Burke here to start this third inning. That'll bring C.J. Serbone back up for Maroon and Silver. He grounded out to second base back in the first inning. Serbone showed a lot of speed here in these first two games. Tries to square again, but look out. Little chin music there. So the count will start at 1-0. One out count on Serbone. He loves to drop down a drag bunt to third. Squares again, bunts, but it goes foul. Third baseman Baranok playing even with the bag. Count now moves to 1-1. One count on the leadoff hitter for Maroon and Silver. Doherty Burke's offering. Swung on, hit fouled, right outside third, so the count now moves to 1-2. Doherty Burke looking to strike out the side here. He's one strike away from doing it. The 1-2 offering to Serbone. Upstairs, count even at 2-2. Two to Serbone. Swung on, fought off, fouled, back behind the plate, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Good piece of hitting there by Serbone to stay alive. We'll do it again at 2-2 to Serbone. Doherty Burke trying to strike out the side here in the third. Swing and a miss, strike three. Three swinging strikeouts for Doherty Burke here in the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Maroon and Silver still leads 1-0.
Look, man, I gave a mean stare down too.
Hey, so on this two. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
So the fight broke out. Elizabeth and Union yesterday. Oh, we back. Where's Matt? I don't see Matt. See Matt with your binoculars?
Back here for the top of the fourth at Caven Point in the Jersey City Pool Play Regional Championship. Matt Moreira back on the mound for Maroon and Silver. He'll face the heart of the Bees order 3, 4, and 5. Brian Baranach gets things started. Back in the first inning, Baranach belted a ground rule double deep into left field. He was not able to come around and score. Moreira looking for some revenge on Baranach. First pitch outside for a ball. Count 1-0. Offering belted outside the diving stretch of Faraz and into left field. Malagna there quickly, so he holds Baranach to a single, but another frozen rope off the bat of the Bees' third baseman, Brian Baranach. Leadoff man is on for the Bees here in the fourth. That'll bring up the left fielder, Tyler Johnson. Johnson struck out back in the first inning. Baranach leads off first. Moreira comes set. Left-hander deals a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Count 0-1 on Johnson. Pitch just outside. Count even at 1-1. Baranach leads off first. Count 1-1 to Tyler Johnson. Moreira fires breaking ball. Did he go? No, he didn't. So the count will move to 2-1. Maroon and Silver dugout not happy about that call. Count 2-1 on Johnson. Baranach leads off first. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Maroon and Silver holding a 1-0 lead. Winner advances to the round of 16. Pitch caught on and missed. Count now 2-2. Moreira's 2-2 home. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 2-2. Count 2-2 to Johnson. Baranach leads off first. Throw back to first. Not in time. Baranach in safely. Two-two pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 3 for the first out of the fourth inning. Baranach stayed put at first after the nice block behind the dish by Vulo. That'll bring up Carlos Miranda. He also had a rocket off Moreira in the second to lead off the second with a double, but could not advance any further. Can he help out the Bees' cause here in the fourth? They trail Maroon and Silver 1-0. First pitch, breaking ball. Stays outside, count 1-0. One 0 pitch. In there for a called strike, count even at 1-1. One count on Miranda. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a double. Baranach leads off first, 1 out here in the 4th. Morera's pitch fouled back behind the screen. Count moves to 1-2. One, two count on Miranda. Morera stares in for the sign. Miranda calls time. Morera set. Ball hit in the air towards shortstop. No one can find it, and it falls down. Hernandez lost the ball in the sun, and that'll go down as a single for Carlos Miranda, and it'll put runners at first and second for the Bees here in the 4th. That'll bring up Julian Gonzalez. He flew out to right back in the 2nd inning. As we'll have a meeting on the mound for Maroon and Silver.
Did you open it up on YouTube at all?
We're going to be married. We're going to be married, registered home recording, and the objective beneficial home recording, and then sending that to you guys.
Yeah, so like you get an idea of exactly how it looks. Like this is a YouTube production. When I do it for the high school football season, it's a little different, but it's pretty much the gist of it. You have the scoreboard overlays, little shit. So it's not just it's more production. Just watching video.
Meeting now over, ready to resume play. Runners at first and second, 1 out here in the 4th for Julian Gonzalez. Gonzalez flew out to right back in the 2nd inning. Matt Morera looking to work out of trouble here in the 4th. Maroon and Silver clinging to a 1-0 lead. First pitch caught on and missed. Count 0-1. Thank you for watching here on YouTube by searching D1 Media Pro. I'm Kevin Connolly. Jersey City Pool Play Championship here in the Last Dance High School Baseball World Series. Winner moves on to the round of 16. Loser goes home between Maroon and Silver and Bees baseball. We're here in the top of the 4th. Maroon and Silver with a 1-0 lead. 1 out, 2 on for the Bees. 0-1 pitch cut on and missed. Count 0-2. Oh, 2 count on Julian Gonzalez. Fouled. Out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Brian Baranach on second, Carlos Miranda on first. Both reached on singles here in the 4th. 0-2 count on Gonzalez. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block there by Vulo. Count moves to 1-2. Morera set. 1-2 breaking ball just low. Count even at 2-2. 2-2 count to Gonzalez. Runners on first and second. One out here in the fourth. Moreira's offering. Hit on the ground towards short. Backhanded stop by Hernandez. He throws to third in time. Still in time as Baranak almost went off the bag, so the bases will be loaded for the Bees here in the fourth. Hernandez went for the backhanded stop, tried to get the force at third, but it was not in time. And the bases now will be loaded for the designated hitter, Isaiah Olmo. Matt Moreira trying to pull a rabbit out of his hat with this one. In at the corners for Maroon and Silver, playing double play depth up the middle. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Olmo. He grounded out the shortstop back in the second. Center fielder Watkins playing in. As now we have a brief stoppage. Bases loaded, one out here in the fourth. Maroon and Silver clinging on to a 1-0 lead. 0-1 pitch outside, count even at 1-1. Baranak on third, Miranda on second, Gonzalez on first, Olmo at the dish for the Bees. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball inside, count moves to 2-1. Stressful pitches here for the Maroon and Silver left-hander. Can he work out of trouble? 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Count now even at 2-2. Bases full of Bees. One out here in the fourth. 2-2 pitch. Grounded weakly to short. Could this be two? There's one. There's two. It's a double play for Maroon and Silver. Matt Moreira works into and out of trouble here in the fourth. We head to the home half. Maroon and Silver still up 1-0.
He's up there on the stew. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here at Caven Point, what a thrilling end to the top half of the fourth inning. A 6-4-3 double play. A glove flip by Roddy Hernandez. The catch by Jack O'Donnell. And the fire to first base. And a nice stretch by Zach Oswald. Got pitcher Matt Morera out of a bases-loaded one-out jam. Kept Maroon and Silver up 1-0. And now they'll bat here in the fourth against Liam Doherty Burke. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Maroon and Silver lineup. Getting us started will be Ulysses Ferraz. He struck out looking back in the first. Maroon and Silver has mostly done it at the plate during this tournament. That inning, they get it done with their gloves. Can the Bees mow him down in order here to get back in the dugout? First pitch upstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Doherty Burke has been very efficient here in his 3 full innings of work. 1-0 home. Cut on. Weakly grounded foul. Back to the third base dugout. Count even at 1-1. One count on Ferraz. He calls time. One offerings upstairs. Count now moves to 2-1. Momentum on the side of Maroon and Silver after that double play to get out of the top of the fourth. Can they add to their lead here in the bottom of the fourth? Nobody out. Nobody on. 2-1 count to Ulysses Ferraz. Swing and a miss. Count 2-2. Doherty Burke set. 2-2 home. Breaking ball. Hits the outside corner. Strike 3. 4 straight strikeouts for Doherty Burke as there's one away here in the home half of the fourth. That'll bring up the designated hitter Ryan King. He walked back in the first inning. Doherty Burke's first pitch to the Maroon and Silver designated hitter is a rope foul. So it counts out 0-1. Doherty set the 0-1-2 King. Upstairs behind him, count evens at 1-1. Doherty Burke set 1-1 downstairs, count 2-1. More stirring in the Bayonne bullpen. Richard Borowski loosening his arm as Liam Doherty Burke works in his 4th inning on the mound. 2-1's the count. Right-hander's offering is fought off in foul territory. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. So the count will be even at 2-2.
So
Liam Doherty Burke looking for his 5th straight strikeout. Counts 2-2 on Ryan King. Offering skied in the air. Back behind second base. Gonzalez there, and he can't make the play. He lost it in the sun. King on his way to second. He'll stop right there. Second straight inning, a shortstop has lost the ball in the sun. Heads up base running by Ryan King. He works his way to second with 1 out here in the 4th. Roddy Hernandez for Maroon and Silver lost the ball in the sun in the top half of the inning. Julian Gonzalez does so on the bottom half of the inning. Let's see if Maroon and Silver can capitalize here in the 4th. They capitalized on poor defense in the 2nd for their first run. It'll bring up the first baseman, Zach Oswald. He grounded out the second base back in the 1st inning. He has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the 4th. First pitch is yanked, gets by Geisler. King on his way to third, makes a big turn towards home, but he'll put on the brakes right there. Now runner on third, 1 out here in the 4th for Maroon and Silver. They hold a 1-0 lead, trying to make it 2 in this championship game of the Jersey City Pool Play Regional in the Last Dance tournament. Winner moves on to the round of 16. Loser goes home here between Maroon and Silver and Bees baseball. Both teams finished their respective regionals 2-0, which is why they are meeting here in the overall Jersey City Championship. 1-0 count on Oswald. Pitch inside for a ball. Count moves to 2-0. Cleanup hitter for Maroon and Silver, 0 for 1 on the afternoon. B's going to play their infield in, outfield still pretty deep. King on third, 1 away here in the 4th. Pitch yanked, good block there by Geisler. Count moves to 3-0. Geisler wants to have a word with his pitcher. And it'll be a full team meeting on the mound. Meeting adjourned, and we're back ready for play. Counts 3-0 on the Maroon and Silver cleanup hitter, Zach Oswald. Runner on third, 1 out here in the 4th. Liam Doherty Burke trying to work out of trouble. 3-0 pitch, low and inside once again for ball 4. So Maroon and Silver have runners at the corners with 1 out here in the 4th, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Desmond Watkins. King off third, Oswald off first. Bees playing in at the corners, double play depth up the middle. Watkins grounded out the shortstop in his first at-bat in the 2nd. First pitch he sees is upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. One 0 Maroon and Silver. They were able to work out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam in the top half of the 4th. Trying to add to their lead here in the bottom half. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Geisler. Both runners will stay put at the corners. Count now moves to 2-0. 6 straight balls from the Bees right-hander.
So like when you see me away from the camera, from the computer, I'm standing up, working the camera. I have my hands on the camera in case the ball moves.
Doherty Burke out of the stretch. Outside again, count moves to 3-0. As we'll have another meeting on the mound between Doherty Burke and Geisler. 7 straight balls from the Bees right-hander. In danger of walking the bases loaded. Runners at first and third, 1 out here in the 4th. The extra hitter, Ryan Retzpinski, lurks on deck.
I feel like it's the players that take it too far. And even in football, as a kickoff, I tell the kids, don't follow down the right team.
Doherty Burke set. 3-0 home, downstairs for a ball, so the bases are now loaded for Maroon and Silver.
We have 110 on live views.
4 set any base for the Bees. Do they have the same magic Maroon and Silver had in the top half of the inning? Maroon and Silver is able to work out of a bases loaded 1 out jam with a 6-4-3 double play. Bees would absolutely love one here. Retzpinski struck out looking back in the 2nd inning, but hit an absolute rope down the left field line that was just foul. Hit a big triple yesterday against Union City Recreation. Could create some breathing room here for Maroon and Silver with a base hit. A lot of room down the left field line, as well as the right field line. Outfield playing very deep for the Bees. First pitch, breaking ball outside. That's 9 straight balls now for Doherty Burke. You'd assume Retzpinski wants to take a strike here. Big right-hander digs in. 1-0, gets past Geisler. Here comes King off third. That's going to score another run for Maroon and Silver as the runners move up to 2nd and 3rd. 2-0 now, Maroon and Silver. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, infield in for the Bees. Doherty Burke has lost the strike zone, count 2-0 on Retzpinski. Doherty Burke set. Pitch low in the dirt again. Good block there by Geisler to prevent another one from going to the backstop. Count now 3-0, and they're just going to put Retzpinski on with an intentional walk. So the bases are loaded once again for Maroon and Silver. The shortstop, Roddy Hernandez, comes up, and it looks like we might have a pitching change here for the Bees.
Did he walk a runner in?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's still 2. It's like even when people in the media, like you make a person, basketball, but it may not be an opportunity in basketball. You may have to do golf, you have to do baseball, you have to do hockey. So it's important to expose yourself and be open to different sports and different ideas. Even track, like, I don't know everything about track. And so, how you doing, Coach?
What's going on, man? Who they bringing?
It's good.
Back to normal. Catch up.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting crunch time now. So we're like almost halfway through the game. So nutrition starts to set in. Kids get tired. Their arms get a little weak. Kids just walked in. Just walked the bat. So they put them fresh on. You know, in this game, it's still one of them. We just got to blow out something 2-0.
So a pitching change for the Bees. Liam Doherty Burke exits after 3 1/3 innings pitched. He only allowed 1 hit, walked 4, struck out 6, has given up 2 runs, and all 3 runners on base are his responsibility. The Bees turn to Richard Bukowski to try to get out of this jam. It'll be Roddy Hernandez up for Maroon and Silver. Bees will play everybody in. Hernandez gave Maroon and Silver that boost of momentum after jump-starting that 6-4-3 double play in the top half of the inning while the Bees had bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch he sees is absolutely crushed down to left field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. That'll bring home 1. It'll bring home 2. Into third safely is Retpinski. Hernandez, it's a RBI double. And quickly, it's 4-0 Maroon and Silver.
It's getting out of hand now. St.Peters Cup scored 2 more runs.
4-0 Maroon and Silver. Still runners at second and third. 1 out here in the 4th. First pitch to catcher Joey Vulo is in there for a called strike. Vulo got Maroon and Silver on the board back in the 2nd inning with an RBI single. He belts one to deep left center field. Will it split the outfielders? Yes, it will. Johnson not able to track it down. That ball goes all the way to the wall. Vulo on his way to third. He'll be in there safely. It's an RBI double for Joey Vulo. And Maroon and Silver now lead 6-0. Error. You should have caught it.
Okay. All right, my bad. So what's it, 5-0?
6.
6-0. You know what? We must want to get another mercy rule.
6-0 Maroon and Silver. They've flexed their muscle at the plate earlier in this tournament. They're doing so here again in the 4th. Already 5 in, runner on third. Still 1 out here in the 4th. It'll bring up the second baseman, Jack O'Donnell. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd. First pitch he sees is cut on and missed. Count 0-1. Looks like the Bees will give up a run here for an out. They're back at first and second, but in at short and third. O'Donnell squares, suicide squeeze, he gets it down. That's going to score a run, and O'Donnell's safe at first. A suicide squeeze from Jack O'Donnell not only plates a run, but it's a single, and it's now 7-0 Maroon and Silver. That'll bring up the left fielder, Max Malagna, as Maroon and Silver have blown this one open here in the 4th. They now lead 7-0, runner on first, still 1 out. Swing, weakly hit tap to first base. Miranda will tag out Malagna, but O'Donnell makes his way down to second base. That'll turn the lineup over to C.J. Serbone. Maroon and Silver have officially batted around here in the 4th. O'Donnell leads off second. Serbone digs in, trying to bring that run in from second. First pitch he sees, upstairs for a ball, count 1-0. 1-0 count to Serbone. In there for a called strike, count even at 1-1.
Tomorrow, definitely.
1-1 to Serbone. Caught on and missed. Count 1-2. Bees desperately need this out to get back into their dugout and regroup. They have their work cut out for them here. Serbone lifts one foul out of play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Maroon and Silver leads 7-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Winner moves on to the round of 16. Loser goes home. O'Donnell leads off second. 1-2 pitch to Serbone. In there, called strike 3. So that'll do it here for the fourth, but not before Maroon and Silver is able to tack on 6 more runs. They now lead 7-0. We head to the top of the fifth right here on D1 Media Pro.
He's up there on the stand. Took the win, defeated. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Welcome back here to Caven Point. Maroon and Silver have created some significant breathing room between them and the Bees right now. They hold a 7-0 lead as we get set for the top of the fifth inning. Matt Morera still on the mound for Maroon and Silver. First pitch of the catcher, Robert Geisler, is low for a ball. 8-9-1 due up for the Bees. Swing and a miss. Count even at 1-1. One pitch downstairs. Count 2-1. Bees are used to putting up runs in a hurry. They scored 8 runs in the top of the 7th inning in their first game of the Lincoln Park Regional against Memorial. Geisler skies one into center field. Coming on is Watkins. He makes the play for the first out of the 5th inning. First game the Bees played in that Lincoln Park Regional. They trailed 3-1 entering the 7th inning. They put up 8 runs to come back from behind and beat Memorial 9-3. Then they were able to use hot bats to start the game against Hudson Catholic to win that game 6-2. First pitch to Nick Valencia is in there for a called strike. Breaking ball that didn't break stays outside. Count 1-1. One pitch stays downstairs. Count 2-1.
I'm gonna get ready to go. It's 2:45 now. But tomorrow's no game, so I'll be able to give you my undivided attention. Okay. Good else? All right, so I'm getting get ready to start off now, okay? All right, I see you tomorrow.
Morera looking to keep the momentum on the side of maroon and silver. Already has one out here in the 5th. But he loses the number 9 hitter, Nick Valencia. So the Bees will have a man on here at 1 out. That'll bring the top of the lineup the second baseman, Brian Cotter. Grounded out to first base in the 1st, grounded out to second in the 3rd. He's got a man on here with 1 out. First pitch upstairs, count 1-0. Meeting on the mound between Vulo and Morera. Valencia off first, 1-0 count to Cotter. Swing and a miss, fouled back into the catcher's glove, count 1-1. Pickoff play to first. Valencia back in plenty of time. Pitch fouled off, out of play into the right field stands. Nice play by a fan there. So the count now runs to 1-2. Runner off first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Maroon and silver blowing things open in the bottom half of the 4th. They now lead the Bees baseball team 7-0. Cotter calls time.
Oh, that's going to be a big basketball rival this year, too. St.Peters, big gambler.
Hasn't been easy for Maroon and Silver starter Matt Morera, but he's able to battle through this game as he punches out Cotter there on called strike 3 for the second out of the 5th. Morera has worked into and out of trouble all day, as now the Bees center fielder Quincy Mitchell will come up. He struck out looking back in the 1st and grounded out to first in the 3rd. Trying to keep the Bees' hopes alive here in the 5th. 1 on, 2 outs. Mitchell calls time. First pitch just misses the outside corner for a ball. Catcher Vulo and pitcher Morera wanted that one. Swing and a miss, count even at 1-1. Runner leads off first. 1-1 to Mitchell. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block there by Vulo. Keeps the runner at first. Just in there for a called strike, hit the outside corner. So Moreira's one strike away from getting out of this fifth inning. Seven nothing Maroon and Silver. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the fifth. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to close the fifth inning for Matt Moreira. He's battled throughout this one. He's through 5 scoreless innings here at Caven Point. Maroon and Silver, they need 3 runs in this inning to punch their ticket to the round of 16. Can they do it? We'll find out right after this.
He's up there on the stew. Took the win, defeating Ethan Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
All the stuff that wasn't there when I was a kid. I didn't recognize the police. Took all my tuition money and built the police office.
Back here at Caven Point for the home half of the fifth inning. Maroon and Silver have won their past 2 games via the 5-inning mercy rule. They're 3 runs away from doing so here in the Jersey City Championship. First pitch upstairs for a ball. Ulysses Ferraz gets us started here for Maroon and Silver in the home half of the fifth. Struck out looking in the first and struck out looking to start the fourth. He laces one right at the third baseman, Brian Baranach, for the first out of the fifth inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Ryan King. He reached on an infield single. The shortstop, Gonzalez, couldn't quite track in the sun, which got everything started for Maroon and Silver in that fourth inning. First pitch King sees is upstairs for a ball. One offering laced down the line, foul just outside third. So the count moves to 0-2. Pitch upstairs, count moves to 2-1. Swing and a miss by King. Count now 2-2 on the Maroon and Silver designated hitter. Two offering, fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 2-2. Two, swing and a miss. 2 quick outs here in the 5th for the Bees, as the maroon and silver first baseman Zach Oswald will dig in. Oswald grounded out to second back in the 1st and walked in the 4th. First pitch he sees is skied foul out of play. A 1 upstairs, count 1-1. Richard Borowski working quickly here in the 5th. Trying to get the Bees back in the dugout and wake up the bats. They can get back in this one. They trail maroon and silver 7-0. 1-1 pitch fouled back behind the screen, so the count now moves to 1-2. One-two home, belted in the air to right field. Valencia there, he puts it away for a 1-2-3 5th inning for the Bees. They'll try to wake up the bats as we head to the 6th. Maroon and silver leads 7-0.
He's up on the Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Back here at Caven Point, a pitching change for Maroon and Silver. It's Nick Rappa on the mound. He replaces Matt Morera. Morera was absolutely sensational today. It wasn't easy for him, but he battled each and every inning. Through 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 1, struck out 6, and did not allow a run. Maroon and Silver with a 7-0 lead here in the 6th. First pitch in there for a called strike, as the Bees will try to get it started with their right-handed power hitter, Brian Baranach. He doubled and singled, as now he takes a pitch low in the dirt, count 1-1. One offering to Baranach, breaking ball in there for a called strike, count 1-2. 1-2 to Baranak. Hit foul. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Pitch was inside. Looked like it might have been a ball. But Baranak's able to fight it off and live to see another pitch. Count 1-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Baranak goes down on strikes for the first out here in the 6th. That'll bring up Tyler Johnson. He struck out back in the 1st and the 4th. Maroon and Silver 5 outs away from advancing to the round of 16 and winning the Jersey City Pool Play Regional. Johnson waves at a breaking ball in the dirt. Count 0-1. Count. Right-hander deals in the dirt again. Johnson lays off. Count 1-1. The life has really been sucked out of that Bees dugout and fans after that 6-run inning from Maroon and Silver. Can Johnson get things started? Swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Bees have been known to put up runs in a hurry in this tournament. They scored 8 in the 7th against Memorial for their comeback win to keep their hopes alive of being that last team standing here in the last dance. They'll need some of that magic in a hurry here. Johnson in a hole, down 1-2, already 1 out here in the 6th. Rappa set, breaking ball in there, called. No, not called, strike 3. I don't know where that one missed, but the count now moves to 2-2. I think everyone in the ballpark thought that was strike 3. Johnson even thought it himself. So Johnson gets another life. Count 2-2. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Count runs now full to 3-2. 1 out here in the 6th. Maroon and Silver with a 7-0 lead over Bees baseball. Thank you for joining us on this picture-perfect Thursday afternoon. Payoff pitch to Johnson outside, so he's able to work back in the count and draw a walk to try to get this Bees lineup jump-started. That'll bring up the first baseman, Carlos Miranda. Doubled back in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. One out here in the 6th. Johnson leads off first. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Pitch downstairs for a ball. Count even at 1-1. One out here in the top of the 6th. Maroon and Silver leads 7-0. Runner on first. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Misses the outside corner. Count 2-1. Two-one home. Called strike. Fulo chases Johnson back to first. So the count's even at 2-2. 2-2. Weekly tap back to the mound. Could be 2. There's 1. On to first. Not in time. Ball gets away. Miranda on his way to second. He'll be in there without a throw. So Miranda reaches on a fielder's choice and an E6. But there's 2 away here in the 6th with a runner on second. So now it looks like we'll have a meeting on the mound and a meeting of the umpires. So ready to go once again, 2 outs here in the 6th. Miranda on second. Bees trail 7-0. Shortstop Julian Gonzalez now digs in. Miranda leads off second. Pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Rappa gets a sign. Miranda, big lead off second, the 0-1 home. Breaking ball. In there, called strike, count 0-2. Rappa set, big lead off second. 0-2 home, cut on, hit in the air. In foul territory, will it stay in play? No, it won't. It finds a seat, so we'll do it again at 0-2.
This is almost as good as being at the beach. You just need beer. Can't have beer at ice cream.
0-2 count. Rappa deals. Ball hit in the air towards second. Center. Watkins comes on, makes the play for the final out of this 6th inning. So the Bees threaten but can't get a runner across. Either 3 runs or 3 outs will do it for Maroon and Silver. They'll punch their ticket to the round of 16. Find out if they can do it right after this.
He's up on the stool. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Nice. I knew we were going to have a lot for this game. Back here at Caven Point, home half of the 6th inning. Maroon and Silver up on the Bees, 7-0. Center fielder Desmond Watkins, who made a nice running grab to end the top of the sixth, will get things started off for Maroon and Silver against Richard Bukowski. First pitch Watkins sees is in there for a called strike. Watkins grounded out to shortstop in the second, walked back in the fourth. He hits one on the ground to shortstop. Gonzalez there, he fields, fires. Nice stretch there by Miranda for the first out of this home half of the sixth. That'll bring up the extra hitter Ryan Rutzpinski. He struck out looking in the second, walked back in the fourth. First pitch he sees, downstairs for a ball. Count 1-0. Winner of this game moves on to the round of 16. It'll be played on July 21st at 10 a.m. start at Yogi Berra Stadium as Rutzpinski hits one right back to Burkowski. He fields, fires to first. So there's two away. Loser, unfortunately, goes home. Each team guaranteed 3 games. This is the third game for both of these teams. They were able to advance of their specific pool play. Rade Hernandez takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. Maroon and Silver was able to defeat the Jersey City Rams 10-0 in 5 innings and then followed that with an 11-1 victory over Union City Recreation. Hernandez hits one in the air, foul out of play. As for the Bees, they defeated Memorial 9-3 and then a 6-2 win over the top-seeded Hudson Catholic in the Lincoln Park Regional. Advanced them to this Jersey City Pool Play Championship game. 222 team here in the Last Dance tournament. Only one team will remain standing as Hernandez takes low. Count now 1-2. This tournament was founded by Mike Murray, the head baseball coach and athletic director at St. Joseph's High School in Metuchen. Hernandez cuts through a 1-2 fastball, and that'll do it for the 6th inning. Do the Bees have a rally in their bones? They'll need 7 in the 7th to extend their hopes of being the last team standing. Find out right after this.
He's up there on the stew. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
You still want to do the interviews, right? Yeah. Welcome back here to Caven Point. 7, 8, and 9 in the Bees lineup to try to keep their hopes alive. Mentioned before, they scored 8 runs in the top of the 7th in their opening victory over Memorial. They'll need something the same here as Teague Mulcahy Now on the mound for Maroon and Silver. Mulcahy was through a perfect 3 innings yesterday. Struck out 7 of the 9 batters he faced. He'll be on to close it here for Maroon and Silver. First pitch, Mulcahy throws, skied in the air to center field. Watkins under it. He makes the play for the first out, the 7th inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Robert Geisler. Geisler grounded out to third and flew out to center in his 2 at-bats today. Mulcahy loses his hat on that one, but gets a called strike, count 0-1. St. Maroon and Silver right-hander was dominant in his start yesterday. He's looking to do the same here. Already has 1 out here in the 7th. Count now 0-2 as Geisler swings through another fastball. Breaking ball downstairs, count 1-2. Okay, he just can't get his hat to stay on. Okay, he's set for the 1-2. Just missed the outside corner. Fulo and Mulcahy both wanted that one. Count now runs even at 2-2. Okay, he stares in for the sign. Comes set. 2-2 home, breaking ball outside. Count runs full to 3-2. One out here in the top of the 7th. Maroon and Silver 2 outs away from advancing to the round of 16 in the Last Dance tournament. Payoff pitch, breaking ball just upstairs. So Geisler works a 1-out walk. First base runner Teague Mulcahy has allowed in this Last Dance tournament. As we'll have a special pinch runner for the Bees. Geisler heads to the bench as Dylan Young will run for him. Mulcahy out of the stretch. Breaking ball down, count 1-0. Nick Valencia struck out, swinging back in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. He has a runner on first and 1 out here in the 7th. Mulcahy set, fires a fastball in there, count even at 1-1. Mulcahy working quickly. 1-1. Stays inside. Count now moves to 2-1. Mulcahy throwing back-to-back days here for Maroon and Silver. Struck out 7 of the 9 batters he faced yesterday in his 3-inning start against Union City Recreation. 2-1 count. In there for a called strike. Count 2-2. Thank everybody for tuning in here to the Jersey City and Caven Point Regional all week long, right here on D1 Media Pro on YouTube. As Mulcahy's 2-2 in there, called strike 3. Mulcahy gets Nick Valencia looking for the 2nd out of this 7th inning. That'll turn the Bees lineup over to Brian Cotter. Cotter 0 for 3 on the day, a ground out to first, to second, and struck out looking back in the 5th. Mulcahy looking to nail things down here for Maroon and Silver and punch their ticket to the round of 16. First pitch upstairs. Young stays put at first as the ball was able to scoot away from Vulo. Winner plays at 10 a.m. at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University in the round of 16. Pitch upstairs, count goes to 2-0 on Cotter. Mulcahy and Jeff Van Sant combined for a no-hitter of Union City Recreation yesterday in a Mercy Rule shortened 5-inning game. Pitch in there for a called strike. Count now 2-1. In this Jersey City Regional, Maroon and Silver has gotten it done on all three phases. They have been dominant at the plate, dominant on the mound, and outstanding in the field. Cotter skies one into right field. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. It finds a seat, but the count moves to 2-2, and the Bees are down to their final strike of the Last Dance tournament. Teague Mulcahy looking to close the Bees out here. 2-2 count on Brian Cotter. Bees down to their final strike. Breaking ball just missed the top of the zone, so it runs full to 3-2. Young will be off on first. Full count, 2 outs here. Bees down to their final strike. Mulcahy set. Payoff pitch. Just missed the top of the zone once again. Maroon and Silver bench not happy with that one. A little bit of a small strike zone here, so Bayonne still has another life. It'll be their center fielder Quincy Mitchell to try to keep the Bees' hopes alive. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the 7th.
Oh, yeah, 122.
Ready to resume play here once again. Some motion in the Maroon and Silver bullpen, trying to keep Mulcahy's pitch count down after throwing 3 innings yesterday. Sets and fires. First pitch in there called strike. So he starts Mitchell off 0-1. First time Mulcahy's been in any sort of trouble in this Last Dance tournament after his 3 perfect innings yesterday. 0-1 pitch, just misses the outside corner, count even at 1-1. Quincy Mitchell also 0 for 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts looking and a ground out to first. Pitch outside from Mulcahy, count now 2-1. Mulcahy comes set. Breaking ball misses again, count now 3-1. Three-one offering in there for a called strike. We're full at 3-2 once again. The Bees down to their final strike. Teague Mulcahy trying to give Maroon and Silver a ticket to the round of 16. In there, called strike 3. Maroon and Silver wins the Jersey City Regional. Teague Mulcahy closes things out with 2 strikeouts in the 7th. And that'll do it here from Caven Point. Maroon and Silver come away with a 7-0 win. They'll be back in action on Tuesday, July 21st at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University for the knockout round of 16.
Good job.
Thank you. We ask you to stay right here. We'll have some players from Maroon and Silver join us in the broadcast booth. But Maroon and Silver comes away with a 7-0 win. They combined to outscore their opponents 28-1 in this pool play tournament. It is Matt Moriera with the victory, Mulcahy with the save, and a great inning in between from Nick Rappa. Maroon and Silver get it done all 3 phases of the ball game. Maroon and Silver gets their picture taken as the Jersey City Regional Champs. They will move on to the knockout round. Bees will head home at 2-1 for the tournament. They were able to win their Lincoln Park Regional, but just fell a little bit short here against Maroon and Silver.
Stop it.
I texted.
Let's do a post-game wrap-up.
All right. So Maroon and Silver flexes their muscles at the plate, on the mound, and in the field. They beat Bees Baseball 7-0 here in the Jersey City Pool Play Regional Championship. They advance to the knockout round of 16. They'll be back in action Tuesday, July 21st, 10 a.m. at Yogi Berra Stadium on the campus of Montclair State University. You can catch that game live right here on the YouTube page of D1 Media Pro. I'm Kevin Connolly. Thanks for tuning in all week. Stay tuned for interviews with some players from Maroon and Silver as we wrap up this pool play phase of the Last Dance tournament.
Nice crowd here. You know what happened? The Jersey Sports Zone probably snatched them up first. Seeing Hall guys are wrapping up. Huh? Yeah, just so. Yeah, see, like this tells me the signal, but this battery charge, but this was not even fucking coming on. And I saw the levels was going down, so I came and tried to plug it in real quick.
At least it got through the game.
All right, so let me disconnect this. We may have to use the handheld. Yeah, always remind me to charge my shit up at night. Bad habit. It's not even charging. It might be that dead.
So we're going to do the three players together, right?
What was that? Maybe we got to switch this. Are they on their way?
I'm not. I texted the coach, but he said he said before the
least I know the mic works though.
2 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 1 2 2 2 2. I'm getting levels. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to sing some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was deaf and it went this way. Took a test to become an MC, and all my friends came amazed at me. So Larry put me inside the Cadillac. The chauffeur drove off, never came back. Dave cut the record down to the bone. Now they got me rocking on the microphone. Let me stop. Rich mess around and post this on YouTube. Well, it's already on YouTube because it's live.
Is anyone walking over this way?
I'm trying to wait for these St. Peters guys to come pull up. He said it's low. It's low. The microphone is low. This is the best I can do right now, Rich. Sorry. My Rode wireless microphones died. So make sure y'all text me at night. Remind me to charge my battery in my devices. That happens. Sometimes it stays in the car. So we're off for tomorrow, right? Yeah. Off to Tuesday. I need to go to the beach, man. You gonna play golf tomorrow? There's still people tuning in today. They're waiting for our interviews. They might say the hell with us. All right, we're gonna sign off, man.
If we, you know what, we'll catch him down